So today we are going to learn how to make the perfect chocolate chips cookies. And all we need is 1 cup of unsalted or salted butter, 3 cups of all-purpose flour, a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of baking powder, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, 2 eggs, 2 cups of chocolate chips, and brown sugar, a cup of brown sugar, and a cup of white sugar. So now, the first thing we're going to add is the 3 cups of all-purpose flour. That's all there. Then we're gonna add the baking soda in there. Make sure you get it all out. And then the salt. All of the salt. And then you're gonna add the baking powder. Yeah. Make sure you put everything in it. So now we mix all our ingredients together. And here we have the rock water sugar and a cup of brown sugar. Now I'm gonna add some eggs too. I'm just gonna mix it all together. When we finish mixing, we're gonna add now the mix of the flour. So we're gonna add just a little bit at a time. Not all at once, because then it can turn into a huge mess. And we're just gonna mix. See what I mean? Like you turn in a mess if you do it like all out at the same time. Okay, so we ended up changing the bowls because the other one was a little too thin, and we also added the vanilla and some milk to soften it up. And now we're gonna add the chocolate chip cookies slowly. But first we gotta make sure this mixes really well. Now we're gonna add the chocolate chips. Now we're just gonna mix. Okay, so now that we finished mixing our chocolate chips into our mix, we're going to add some scoop of this. We already added Pam Original Canola Oil Blend to the pan. So we're gonna do 6 because this expands. So you want to make sure that you don't add too much of them together. Okay, so now that we added all the dough, the scoops, and the cookies in the pan, we're gonna now put this in the preheated oven. That when we started all this, it started heating. So we're just gonna leave it in here for about 6 to 8 minutes. Probably 6 because it's already preheated, and we'll be back in 8 minutes. Okay, so now we just took out of the oven the cookies, and they look really, really good. And now we're gonna put them in here. Right here. We're gonna leave it to cool for about 30 minutes so we can like chill a little bit. Okay, so it's been about 30 minutes and it smells really good. And as you can see, I don't know what it means. This looks really, really good and cool. And now we're just gonna take them off with a spatula because they kind of got stick up, you know, the pan. But we're gonna take it off. Okay, so now the cookies just look perfect. You're ready to eat them. You can add them with some milk. And I hope you guys really enjoyed this video and learned something about doing chocolate, the perfect chocolate chip cookie like this.